everybody, I'm Cambria, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a candle. It's a really easy, simple process. You can do it in like 4 steps, I'd say. I guess depends on how you do it. I can do it in 4 steps at least. You can use candles for a lot of things. I mean, if the lights shut off, you could use it as light, decorations, and you can make your room smell like really good. I guess depends on how strong the candle is. But so I'm just going to be showing you how to make a candle, and the first steps is you want to gather your materials, and I use the wax. This is like the main ingredient. Obviously, you can't really make a candle without it. I use soy wax just because it's a little cheaper, and I did some research, and it said that it holds like the scent better too, so it's better for that. Obviously the wicks. I tried some wood wicks, which in theory was, it did not work out. Your scents, oh, it broke in here, but so your scents, and then coloring, if you want to add color, and then the jar itself. You'd also need a bowl and like a double boiler, but I didn't have room for that in my bag, honestly. So I don't have the bowl or the double boiler, but that's okay. So the second step is you want to melt your wax, and you just pour how much you want. I measure mine out just by how much I want in my jar, but you could do it however you want. And then you pour it in your double boiler, and if you don't have that, you could just have your pot of boiling water, have a bowl on top of it, and then pour your wax in and let it melt, but you want to make sure you stir it every so often, and that takes about like 15-20 minutes. So you gotta kind of be patient. I'm not really patient, so it's kind of hard for me, but it's easy. And while it's melting, you could start preparing your jar and your wick. So that's when you would take your wick. Hold on a second. So you just want to put your wick in the center. I would take those out, but like I said, they broke in there and I don't want to make a mess. So you just put it in the center, and you could use like a hot glue gun or melted wax or like wick stickers they make specifically for that. But I think it's kind of useless just because you could use the melted wax and it's a little more expensive to do that. But you want to make sure it's in the middle and it's even and centered. And then, yeah, your wax is melted already, so that's like a good thing to save time. You can add your scent and your coloring at that part. You can mix it, and then you want to pour it in, basically. And I don't have a pencil, so I don't have a wick holder. You need a wick holder, and I only have this. So you just wrap your wick around that while it's like, like that. And then you would, pour it in super carefully because it is really hot, and you could burn yourself. I've burned myself before, not fun. And you want to make sure the wick stays even while you do that, because you don't want to look on the side. But that's it, and then you just kind of let it harden for a few hours. I'd probably say like 3-4 hours just to be completely sure. But since I'm impatient, I will let it sit for like 20 minutes, and then it will start hardening, and then I'll just put it in my fridge. That's what me and my brother did, at least, because we were both impatient. And then it was good to go. And this was like the end result. Oh, I burnt it last night, so that's why it's burnt. It's not completely even either, because I didn't have a wick holder. I kind of made a makeshift one, but yeah, and it smells nice. I mean, not really, it smells like burnt. But you know what I mean, like when it's burning, it smells nice. So,
What's the fragrance?
the fragrance I used was fresh sage, but honestly, I couldn't smell it at all, so I poured a lot and I still couldn't smell it, so I just ended up using like this ocean breeze, and I could smell that a lot better. So that's what the scent is, and I used red, but I didn't put enough, so it's pink, and I think that's fine.
Where do you get those?
The jar?
The scents?
Oh, the scents. I got the scents at Michael's, but I did look at Hobby Lobby after I bought them already, and they were a lot cheaper at Hobby Lobby and more options. So I would recommend going to Hobby Lobby for all of this, because yeah, Michael's is kind of pricey, and this bag is like $20. Not cool.
So that's the wax, right?
Yeah.
So how do you get it scented if that's not scented? Would that be those things right there?
Yeah, so when you melt the wax, when it's like the liquid form,
Yep.
you would add your scents.
Oh, okay, that's the scent.
Yeah, so the scents will be in there while it's like melted. And usually, you can use a thermometer to check the temperature because it needs to be a certain temperature when you add your scents in, just for it to be better, I guess. But I don't do that. 'Cause
Have you tried like mixing them before?
the scents?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I did with the fresh. This one, it was fresh sage and the ocean one, and you could just only smell like the ocean one, honestly, because the fresh sage wasn't that very strong. So that's yeah.